Warning: the following information is highly classified and is considered top secret, even by Foundation standards. As a file with Level 5 security classification, unauthorized access is forbidden and punishable by termination, by direct order of the O5 Council. This anomaly is an alien superstructure believed to be capable of causing an SK-class barren Earth end-of-the-world scenario, meaning that an alien species could replace and entirely destroy humanity. Continue at your own risk. SCP-2399 is a huge, complex, inorganic structure that is currently found in the lower atmosphere of the planet Jupiter. It has become a matter of great concern since it was first spotted by the Foundation in 1963. Especially to the upper echelons of the organization. This is because it has been observed using highly advanced antimatter weapons, capable of causing spatial distortions and devastating atmospheric shifts. One such shift is now visible as a massive red vortex on the surface of Jupiter, commonly known as the Great Red Spot. The mysterious machine appears to be damaged as a result of a collision with Io, one of Jupiter's moons. This unplanned collision seems to have disrupted its intended course and caused it to end up in its current position. However, in spite of the damage, 2399 has demonstrated a remarkable capacity to self-repair. The machine releases a large number of small mechanical octopus-like repair drones that tinker with the machinery, patrol the surrounding moons, and explore the gaseous mass of the planet below, looking for missing parts broken off from the main hub during the crash. Foundation computer models estimate that SCP-2399 is currently at 59% completion, with a current repair rate of 0.78% annually. This rate has increased from an estimated 0.12% in 1970. It stands to reason that the rate at which SCP-2399 repairs itself over time will only increase, as the bulk of the work is completed by its drones. Despite around 41% of it still being severely damaged, SCP-2399 appears to possess an anomalous and seemingly limitless power supply. But the Foundation researchers are still unsure as to where all of this juice is coming from. In addition to its incredible power source, 2399 also boasts advanced electromagnetic shielding, matter-disrupting weaponry, and a precise tracking and targeting system. Because the technology behind 2399 is so incredibly advanced compared to our own, it's proven to be impervious to all attacks that have been mounted against it. In theory, if an immensely powerful electromagnetic pulse was fired at 2399, it may disable the machine's defenses and leave it vulnerable to more conventional attack. However, an EMP this powerful doesn't currently exist. Just how SCP-2399 entered our solar system is presently unknown to us, given that much of its technology is beyond our comprehension, but some clues to its origin exist. Since 1971, the Foundation has detected a number of electromagnetic communication signals being sent directly to SCP-2399 that look to be originating in the Triangulum Galaxy, roughly 3 million light-years from Earth. The same signal was sent through 1985, when Foundation translators finally managed to break the encryption and discovered that the signal was in order to repair the damage it had sustained. Of course, the Foundation didn't want SCP-2399 to receive any communications without their consent, so in 1986, the Foundation established the Barrier System. This consists of a series of satellites orbiting Jupiter, which block any signals coming into or out from SCP-2399. The Barrier System worked and led to a decade of radio silence, but then, in 1996, the messages being sent to SCP-2399 suddenly changed. Due to the Barrier System, all these orders were intercepted before SCP-2399 was able to receive them, and it's a good thing too, because the message that was intercepted is truly terrifying. Unit is out of range of target. Proceed to planet number 3 in system. Repair. It can only be assumed that planet 3 is Earth. But what is SCP-2399 doing? And what is its plan? There are several notes and addendums in the SCP-2399 that shed further light on why this alien structure is looked upon with so much fear, even by an organization as used to threats as the SCP Foundation. First of all, there is concrete evidence of the date when SCP-2399 first crash-landed on Jupiter, thanks to the notes taken by Italian astronomer Giovanni Cassini in the year 1665. The Foundation retains 4 translated diary entries from Cassini in the file. The first, dated October 8, 1665, describes Cassini witnessing the collision of SCP-2399 with the moon Io through his telescope. He described 2399 as looking like a star of great luminescence that changed course after the crash and fell into the nearby planet's gravitational pull. The second entry from just a week later showed Cassini bringing his associate, Peter, to view what he had seen, and they found something extraordinary. Jupiter, which Cassini maintained was once bright and colorful, had somehow been altered. Now, right in the place where 2399 had crashed, a great red spot was visible. In the third entry, dated the 18th of October, Cassini reported seeing flashing lights and sparks coming out of the new great red spot. He could hardly believe his eyes. In the final entry from the next day, Cassini brought Peter back to view the planet again, when he too saw the flashing lights. Cassini finished the entry with the chilling sentence, "I am left wondering what cataclysmic event must be taking place upon our heavenly neighbor. Our work to document this must go on." The next addendum is a report from the barrier system, providing some unsettling information about SCP-2399's resilience. The satellites had observed one of 2399's repair drones retrieving what appeared to be a discarded piece from a communication array. Because the purpose of the barrier system is to keep 2399 in the dark and prevent any communications to or from 2399 from getting through, authorization was given to take drastic measures to halt the repair of the array. Barrier Unit 45 was ordered to fire upon the drone with its onboard concussion batteries. While the missiles were fired, they never reached their intended targets. Footage obtained by Barrier Unit 53 showed the payload being destroyed while still 5 kilometers away from its intended target by charges fired from SCP-2399. But 2399 didn't stop there and engaged in a swift and brutal retaliation, resulting in the complete destruction of Barrier Unit 45. After this incident, the barrier system was given a blanket order not to fire on SCP-2399 or its drones, under any circumstances. Having realized what a formidable threat SCP-2399 could be, the Foundation began developing its first major counterattack. Project Gigas. While the details of the file on Project Gigas are heavily redacted, what we do know is that the Foundation and 45 nations pooled their resources to create a weapon that incorporated EMP elements, as well as a large number of nuclear warheads. With their combined resources, the Project Gigas weapon was transported to Europa, another one of Jupiter's moons, for launch. While the exact details of the engagement have been withheld, we do know that Project Gigas weapon was ineffective, and Foundation were forced to go back to the drawing board. The second-to-last addendum on the file is a memo from Randall McAllen, director of the Barrier Project that's been watching SCP-2399 for the last 37 years. In this grim little missive, McAllen lays out what little we know. While the origin of SCP-2399 is still unknown, the extent of its destructive abilities are clear. According to Cassini's notes, it appears that 2399 caused an atmospheric shift of apocalyptic proportions on Jupiter, and would doubtlessly do the same to Earth if it ever became operational enough to complete its intended journey. McAllen compared it to seeing a rampaging truck barreling towards you in slow motion, giving you just enough time to get out of the way, but only if you truly seize your opportunity. According to all Foundation estimations, it could take SCP-2399 as little as 25 years to become operational enough to continue its journey to Earth and cause an atmospheric apocalypse here. The Foundation's only current plan to disable it is using something called Project Legionnaire, a gigantic EMP followed by a volley of nuclear warheads that would hopefully weaken and destroy the threat. Though, of course, this technology is still being developed, and even when it's ready, it's far from guaranteed that it would be able to get the job done. All we can do is wait and hope. Because the Foundation currently has no viable way of containing SCP-2399 once its repairs have completed, it's earned the infamous Keter class. Its disruption level is classified as a Meta, the highest level possible, which pertains to anomalies that cause disruption to normalcy on a worldwide scale. Its risk class is also set to Danger, the second highest available. While nothing can be done to truly contain SCP-2399, there are several procedures in place to potentially mitigate its damage or disruption to normality. First, Foundation agents planted in observatories across the globe are constantly on alert, suppressing any viable images or footage of 2399. Closer to the anomaly itself, the aforementioned barrier system observes the repair efforts and blocks any electromagnetic signal transmissions. These transmissions are then decoded and logged. In the event that SCP-2399 reaches a state of being 75% repaired, personnel working on the 2399 case are obligated to enact the Legionnaire Protocol and just hope that the EMP and nuclear warheads actually work. It's a frightening prospect for the Foundation to discover something they truly don't know how to deal with. And while progress is being made towards technology that could someday stop 2399, the time left to get to that someday is growing shorter and shorter. As McAllen himself says in his final memo, we're in an arms race with 2399, and our very survival depends on us winning.